What up? Welcome, y'all, to episode 12 of our demo and track feedback sessions. Hope all is good with you. We have about four entries today, I think. So, a few tracks to go through. Excited for this one just to see what's up with people, what's cracking. I think a lot of people are getting ready to wind down for the holiday season, myself included. So, we'll probably post another episode December 9th and then call it for the year and then revisit in 2026 what date would make sense to relaunch this and get back into things as people come off of holidays. So just a heads up for you. Other new stuff with respects to Patreon, we've launched a Vault Access tier where if you're just interested in the exclusive music that I put on my Patreon, you can sign up for that at a low $10 a month. And I'm always putting stuff, exclusive stuff there I haven't released each month. So I think we start you off with about three releases. And I actually think I'll be adding another one to that vault by the end of this week. So make sure you're on the look for that one. The other pieces, we started our A&R tier on Patreon. It's not really a tier, but it's just where the community will vote for what tracks should go on Purveyor Underground next. I'm selfishly leveraging Patreon to be able to discover and find new music and put them out either on Purveyor Underground, which is our digital label, or on the vinyl side, which is Purveyor Underground Limited. So looking forward to that. So be sure to peep that and check it out. And of course, we got my weekly production stream that hits every Wednesday or Thursday usually. And we got our comprehensive production masterclass with signature coaching. There's one spot for the signature coaching with me left, which is 5 hours included with all of the videos that show you how to put music together. Anyway, let's dive right in. So the first one is from a cat. I'm familiar with his music, Human by Nature. We got quite a few tracks here, like 6 tracks. I'm just going to go through the ones that grab me and comment on those and just go from there. So, anyway, let's check this out. Let's get rid of, yeah, who cares? All right, let's play this one. Damn banger. So far, so good. I like this. Give this homie a follow. I like the intro so far. Nice. I like the variation, bringing in the ride cymbal there in the open hat. I like this. Dope. All right, let's advance. Check out this other breakdown. I like that Rhodes loop a lot. I like the filtering of the Rhodes, just leaving a lot of space for the DJ to do something with this as they're playing it. So I like that. It's a nice build towards the drop. Right around here. It's cool. All right, so I like this track. It's a nice driving house-based track with some swing in it. Damn banger. I couldn't really make out what the vocals are saying. It's just a tracky party tune, pretty much. I thought the mix was well balanced. I did feel like some of the riser and impact sounds were either not necessary or a little too loud in the mix, like over here. Like, I think you could just lower it or take it out altogether and just get into that. It's just my thought on that is just so many songs have that sort of element in there, and to distinguish yourself, use something a little different. It works here for this arrangement, and it's cool. Sonically, I would just lower that piece. Then you got the impact, the downlifter right at the drop, which is cool. I mean, it gives people something to anticipate. So we'd rock with this track. This is dope. I just like it for its party element and the Rhodes loop, and the fact that, you know, through the arrangement, he's made a number of filtering things to keep it dynamic and changes to keep things interesting. So I enjoyed it. Let's check out the other track, see if it grabs me, and I'll comment on it. Treated. I like this intro. Just simple. I don't like that horn hit. I don't know. It's just me. I don't like it. I like those jack drums. Kind of disco-y. Yeah, it's just not grabbing me. I don't know if it's the horn hit. It sort of threw me off, and this kind of stuff happens all the time, where one element just kind of throws you off. And again, I'm listening to this, trying to envision it on the label, and yeah, it's just not the vibe. It's very French, actually. Oh, I like that. She don't love you. Man, these drums sound familiar, man. Is this from my pack, Human by Nature? So it's a very French touch. Just not. I think I've heard this before. I think you submitted this before. Yeah, no. That vocal's too loud. Yeah. It really pokes out. Like, just listen. That's way too loud. I like the dubby delay, but something's going on in this area here with that vocal. That's low too. Need like some sort of compressor to control the level of the vocal. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's just a feeling for me. La noche. That's Juventud. I like it. It's faster. So same thing. Like this is part of his sound, I guess. With the impact and riser sounds happening around the drop, which is fine. I think some of those elements are a little loud in the mix, though. I like this, though. This is a nice groove. Wow, no. Let's listen to that again. Like, it just comes out. It's just popping a little too loud, and it's out of key too. One more time. Yeah, no. Quiet breakdown, riser, downlifter. Wow, that one's a bit longer than the one used in Damn Banger. It's nice. It works here. Yeah, so I would say this track has a good groove to it. Sonically, it's the vocal way too loud. It needs some better treatment or just revisiting the performance altogether, because it's also out of key too with the main loop that's being used here. But I like the idea itself. Like it's a nice driving disco track, comparable to the first piece, Damn Banger. So we'd be down to take Damn Banger, and the La Noche track needs to be tweaked for the vocal, or scrap it or do something else altogether. I tamed the risers and impact sounds. It's just like, it sounds very EDM-ish to me, which is probably why I'm not too fond of it. I think there's just so many other alternatives creatively that can be used. And I'm listening to this from the perspective of what does Purveyor Underground endorse and put forward? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, great, set of tracks. Thanks for keeping us in mind. But those two we'd probably rock with, and the last one needs a bit of work. And for both of them, just revisit the vocal in terms of, not for both of them, just for the last one, the La Noche track. The vocal's a bit loud, and it's out of key. So try something else with respects to that. Okay, so that was Human by Nature. Let's move into the next one.
Five, six, seven. I know I'm a model man.
I like that intro.
I know I'm a model man. Why 5, 6, 7 months? I know I'm a model man. I know I'm a model man. I know I'm a model man. I know I'm a model. Why 5, 6, 7 months? I know I'm a model man. I know.
So uh, for this track, there are a few opportunities with it. So in terms of the idea itself, I thought it was pretty creative. I love the piano loop itself. Um, and the vocal sort of slices and chops. You can hear the potential there, but unfortunately, I think the vocal chops used in the first part, they're just it's just hard to make out what's being said. Well, I know I'm another man.
5, 6, 7 months.
And then my other comment on the vocal is like our vocals. How do they relate to each other? Like, what's the message in it?
5, 6.
There's some distortion in here too. Like I just don't know how they relate to each other. And I mean, for me as an artist and for the label, if you're going to use a vocal, it has to be saying something with clarity ultimately. And the cat is catting. You know, there has to be some clarity in the mix, so people could attach themselves to it. And I said this many times. It's very easy to pull some vocals together, but if it's not really driving a certain message, you make it difficult for people to attach themselves to the track. DJs included when they're looking to express themselves in a set or whatnot. Um, so there's that element and just the mix, like the piano itself. While the piano is great, like I have this at very low levels in here, and I can hear how loud and distorting, the vocal. Just letting the cat out. I can hear some of the distortion in there, and I don't know if that's a function of the sound itself or the overall, like if there was mastering or maximizing of the sound here. But the mix needs to be consistent, especially in this area. It's mad loud and distorted, and bass line piece. See, this bass line works. The one at the beginning versus this one. It's just a little too loud, and things are just popping off in a mix. So I think there's a potential here with this idea, especially with that piano loop and the melody at the beginning. But strip back the track, just remove all those choppy vocals because they're not really saying anything, and find a vocal that locks in step with this track and sits well and says something, in addition to the other pieces I've mentioned in terms of opportunity. Okay, let's pull up the next track here, because I think we got two of these from Addison. So that was the first track. All right. Second track is more techno bass. I'm happy to listen to these, but I'm not, I always like to just push forward with my feedback with a grain of salt, because I don't release techno all the time. I've made techno and tech house records. But this is something I don't naturally do all the time, because it's just not a genre that is clicking for me. It's kind of like more of a feeling, and I do it when I feel like doing it. So I'll give this a listen and try and provide the best feedback possible. So similar to the first mix, it's just like, let me just pause here. Like I can hear the conflicts in the low to low mids, versus there's conflicts between the drums and the main loop or other instrumentation, that it's just conflicting with the same frequency range. It's just not. That's just loud. Yeah, that part is just too loud. What is that? Some sort of synth bass. I like that sound. Okay, so I think I've heard enough. So the thing is, I wouldn't consider this a techno track. It's like BPM wise, maybe, but I wouldn't consider this a techno track necessarily. My reference to techno is more like Detroit techno, Carl Craig, uh, Derek May, Kevin Saunderson. Back in the day, like 90s Detroit techno, and anything that sounds remotely close, like that's just my reference point. So forgive me with my feedback here, because I'm just not techno is not something I do most of the time. But I will say, kind of similar to the first, I'm not sure of your monitoring situation, Addison, but when I hear certain things in a mix poking out, or just sounding out of place, that tells me your monitoring situation needs to be revisited. Like what you're using to sample and listen and put songs together. Like, how are the monitors performing in that room specifically? Are you using any calibration technology to help you make the best mixing decisions? Because there's a number of things sort of poking out, and I think if those things were addressed, at least the mix would sound more balanced, and the idea would come across substantially better. From an arrangement perspective with this track, let's go back to the screen here. This synth sound, I like the synth sound. Where is it? Right here. I think you should introduce that a bit earlier, and there's like a sustain note you have in there. Trying to find it. Okay, I think we heard it earlier, but there's a sustained note with that synth bass you've used in there, and I would say that that should be looked at. Maybe like it might just be a processing thing in terms of how it's EQ'd and compressed or whatever you're using. Like I'm not sure if you're using mix buses, but that note really sort of stuck out when I was listening to this. So maybe try filter and lock it in. But I think having this introduced earlier, moving through the track, would really help people lock into something, at least for my ears. But again, that's just my opinion on this one. So I think there's potential there, needs work. The mix down certainly needs work. And I would definitely, just from a song arrangement perspective, look at where you're introducing that synth bass sound, and try and do it earlier for the track. I think it'll just come off much better. But that's just my opinion. I'm not a techno expert uh, with respects to what the majority of what's in my catalog. Okay, next up is hers. He's finally finished a track for a sketch I heard way back when. So let's check it out. I'm not sure what this looks like. All right, cool. Just gonna advance this a little. Yeah.
Looks a little something like this. Like this.
Okay, got it.
Like this. Looks a little something like this. Like this. This is what you call a bad bitch. What? This is what you call a bad bitch. Looks a little something like this. Looks a little bit like I can't miss. Hey, hey. What? 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 Looks a little something like this. Looks a little bit like I can't miss. Hey, hey. This is what you call a bad bitch. What? This is what you call a bad bitch. Looks a little something like this.
Cool.
What you call a bad bitch? This is what you call a bad bitch. What? This is what you call a bad bitch. This is what you call a bad bitch.
Snare is clean, man. It's a little out in front, but I'm good with that. I like that.
Looks a little something like this. Looks a little bit like I can't miss. Hey, hey. This is what you call a bad bitch. What? This is what you
Just
call a
want
bad bitch.
to see what he does with the breakdown
Looks a
here.
little something like this. Looks a little bit like I can't miss. Hey, hey. This is what you call a bad bitch. What? This is what you call a bad bitch. What? Looks a little bit like I can't miss. Hey, hey. This is what you call a bad bitch. What? This is what you call a bad bitch.
Okay. Nice tune. Nice, like the changes you made are great. The vocal is connecting, like I totally get it against what is the song title itself. The bass was cool too, in key. I think it could go up a little bit though. It sounded a little light in here, and I have a subwoofer, and I had to turn it up a little bit just to make sure, I was hearing what I was hearing and feeling what I was feeling from a low frequency perspective. So that was cool. The snare, drums, really well done. I liked it.
Looks a little something like
I would reconsider the kick in this one though. The kick versus the rest of the track.
this.
But the kick seemed a little light to me,
Like this.
right?
This is what you call a bad bitch. What? This is what you call a bad bitch. Looks a little what you call a bad bitch. What?
And the other thing too is the vocal, while it's good, it feels like it's coming in a bit too much. I would like just look at sort of paring it down a little bit. It doesn't need to come in all the time. You want people to lock into the groove too. So it's a fine balance you have to do.
What?
But I like that chop.
What?
So
What? This is what you call a bad bitch.
this the longer part of the vocal, this is what you call a bad bitch, etc. I would just look at how many times it's coming in and where it's coming in, or consider just doing a dub version altogether. That might satisfy things. But cool track. But I'd make some of those smaller adjustments. Reconsider the kick used here. The drums are cool as is, and yeah. It's a cool track. I'm not sure if it's for Purveyor, but like I need to listen to it again. But I think there's potential there. So thank you for sharing that. Hers out of NYC. You give us another track. Oh no, it's just the one track. Damn.
Black power. Black power stepped in. Black power. Black power stepped in.
Little acid.
Black power. Black power stepped in. Black power. Black power stepped in. Black power. Black
I was hoping the beat would pick up, so that's a good introduction of the percussion. Hopefully an open hat here. There we go. Needs a shaker though. Yeah, this is cool. Okay, so so I skimmed through that quickly because I can anticipate what the sounds would be and how it would go down. Here's a snare.
You gonna keep saying no, no. He keeps saying no, 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 no. I'm tired of it.
Power stepped in. Black power stepped in.
We just beg and beg and beg.
Power stepped in.
I'm tired of it.
So what I would say is, from an arrangement perspective, it felt like it took a while to get into this groove. I think if you introduced a conga or some sort of shaker or another, what I call a beat break, which is basically like a sample drum loop on top of, your idea, it would feel like, things are moving, we're getting into something. So while the timing of the overall arrangement is good in terms of when elements are introduced or pulled out or contrasted against one another, I think certain things could happen a little earlier and you can introduce an element, call it a beat break, or some sort of drum loop that helps make the beat feel like it's moving. I also think there'd be a benefit, but I want to double check this.
I'm tired of it. Me, I'm ready. You can't move no.
Power stepped in.
Beg and beg.
Yeah, because it's an acid sound, I would mess with the cutoff or something that plays with how the notes are phrased, like, like just something like, let's see. Yeah, this is a perfect example, where like I'm playing with the cutoff there just to switch up the vibe a bit and keep it interesting. You can filter it while you're doing the cutoff too, just things to consider in the track. So I think it's a good start of an idea. It needs to be fleshed out a bit more, and certain components of the arrangement should be introduced earlier. Like the snare you had in there that came in a little later, I would bring that a little forward, not necessarily playing the same pattern, but have it on a tune 4 that someone can lock into from a DJing or listening perspective. So that was Black Power by Jus Dug. Let's see. I think we got another track from the homie. I think it's our last track, no? What's happening? I think I got an idea of what's going to be in there. If you spend any time on the internet, you'll know this, but let's listen. Cool sound, man. Oh, that's something else. I know where that's from, though. Good. I would just have that riding through. It's like a, I don't know what that sound is. It's a percussive sound from the 808. I like the snare there, but something should be underneath this, a shaker or another beat break. Just tie it all in, create movement. Out of key, that sound, that road sound, but you can get away with it in this case. That's the other thing. I'll pause there. So you hear that other open hat? Let's go back. That there's nothing wrong with layering that on top of the close hat you have. They'll just it's creating movement, like you're like, at least for my ears, it's anticipating, like, give me something more to lock into that will move me, right? And something as simple as layering your open hat does wonders for a track. Believe me. So you do it in a breakdown. I'm hoping it happens in a drop. See, I'd bring that open hat here. Or, you know, one of the things I do all the time, I'll delay it like one bar and then bring in the open hat. Just something that gives it the movement, you know? And this sound, what happened to it? Is it still in there? Okay, so we bring it back in this breakdown. All right, so I think this track is stronger than the first one we've heard. And although a couple of components are out of key, you could get away with it in this case. You really can, because it's presenting a different feeling altogether that works, at least for me. So this sound that was in the beginning, like, it's a shame that it disappears, because I would throw that through some distortion and some filtering and just have it, you know, progress throughout the track, in and out. You know, I think that that's a missed opportunity, but something to go back and look at. The other thing is just movement in the beat. I explained this earlier with the open hat, layering the open hat, adding an additional drum loop would really put this all together. And that, you know, the vocal sample's fun, though what's happening is totally fun, and it's cool. I just think there's some components you can put around it just to make things pick up and drive the beat a bit more. So it's almost there. It's a good start to an idea, but it does require some tweaking. And as far as the mix here, I thought it was cool. Like the bass line, where is it? Something like that. So you hear how that's being played that way, and it's got like a higher cutoff there. I would bring it down. Play with the scale of that, you know? Right, or no, there's some good opportunity in there, and you can move the. So it's more than you record the notes and you just leave it. You can play with it to create more dynamics and interest in your track. All right, I'm gonna end there and leave it at that. So that was Just Dug again. So some good bass ideas. Just needs a little bit of work, and I think it'll pop off for me, at least for Purveyor Underground. So thank you again for your submissions. Appreciate it. Next show is December 9th, and as I said, we'll probably take a break because of the holiday season, and we got 15 days of Christmas on Patreon happening, where it's a bunch of discounts and goodies and giveaways, just as my appreciation to this community and giving back, while introducing new people to the page. And I'm excited for that one. So be on the lookout for that. 15 days of Christmas. That starts December 10th. All right. Much love. Peace.